Well done. That's quite a moment for you.
That was awesome.
Walk us through the last few moments of the game.
Yeah. Sorry, excuse me. So I know that it can always happen at a moment's notice. You never know when it's gonna hit. So obviously Luke took a big one there at the end, and Art called me over, so I knew that might be my time to go, and just was a product of the offense on that last drive. Just got great players around me, great offensive line in front of me. Testament to all the coaches and trusting and believing in me. So, and then testament to God, just trusting with Him in this process has been phenomenal. And obviously, this place means a lot to me. So it felt really good to be able to do that. And just felt like I was gonna be ready this whole year, no matter when my number was called. And it got called at a pretty crazy time, but it ended up working out pretty good for us. But obviously, team effort, offensive effort there, I'm going to get a lot of credit here, and it's not all my credit. I just put the ball where it was supposed to be, and guys were open, and offensive line did a phenomenal job of giving me time to be able to do that.
How have you handled this process this year? And did you have a belief that a moment like this could happen?
Yeah, 100%. You just got to take it one game at a time, one day at a time. This is my last go-around, so there's no point of looking ahead in the future, no point of trying to figure out what's next, what my next chapter is, which can be tough sometimes, like, putting that on the back burner of just life. But just kind of take it one day at a time, prepare every week like I was a starter, play my role. And it was nice for me because I love this place so much. So I want to see this team regardless if it's today, tomorrow, 20 years down the line. It means a lot to me. So I think just having that mindset weekly has kept me centered for the most part. And then just being able to enjoy it. So.
Do you think being a 6-year player helps you in that regard, or helped you in that regard? Do you think
100%.
An underclassman at Ball State would have felt that way?
Young John Paddock would not have felt that way. They would have been frustrated.
Right.
And there would have been a lot more ebbs and flows. But I think just being around it a ton of times, I think it was just, seasons have peaks and valleys, and adversity hits, and the people that can stay level and kind of control their emotions and keep pace through it are usually the people that are the most successful. It's a long season, it's not short. Every game is hard to win and is important to win. So I think that was just kind of my mindset going into it, and that even if it was the last snap of the season or the first snap of the season that I was getting, that all those opportunities are important. All those snaps are just as meaningful as the first or the last.
When did it wash over you? Like, what had happened? Was it after the ball fell in Isaiah's hand? Was it in the locker room? Like, when did the moment, because you care about this as much as you do, when did the moment hit you?
When did the moment hit me? I don't think it has hit me yet. I really don't. I think I just was like, that was just like a series. I think that's kind of how I looked at it, which is I think was part of the reason we had some success. But I don't know if it's hit me yet or if it will hit me. I mean, I like to stay pretty relaxed. I'm a competitive guy, and I'm just happy we won the game. Like, I'm just fired up. If whoever would have been in there, if that would have happened, I would have been fired. Just the same feeling. Like, I'm just happy we won. We got to use this as momentum to keep stacking. Obviously, what happened in the last games, what happened today, it's already behind us, and we got to move on and start prepping for next week, because there's still a lot of opportunities in the Big Ten West and a lot of opportunities for postseason play. And obviously, taking it one game at a time is the most important thing. But we got a lot of goals ahead of us still.
What does make you appreciate the program just so quickly after being your stream time?
Yeah, I think people have embraced me and my personality just off the rip pretty quick, which is nice to see. And I think the coaches, they don't hamstring anyone and give everyone the opportunity to lead and create influence, which is something I'm passionate about doing in life outside of football. Just having the opportunity to influence and lead and be an example to others. And I think our staff just does a great job of letting you be you, and letting that individual expression flow free, and also at the same time have an aspect of discipline to it. And obviously there's a fine line, and some programs tote that line, some programs don't. But I think letting us operate within ourselves, but also under a level of discipline, I think is a big plus and positive that this program brings.
Did you see Isaiah break open on the play, or did you throw it to a spot, or just throw it as far as you can? Or?
I'm not that short, okay? I saw him break open on the play. Okay, no, I'm just messing with you. I saw him break open. I knew they were in cover 2, and we practiced that. He goes right down the chute. So if I could held 27, keep my eyes on Casey for like a split second. I knew I was going to give him a shot. So
what would it mean to see him bounce back from a play that could have been a little tougher? See him bounce back.
Yeah.
What would you see?
Never a doubt in one. So steady, so solid, just all the time. He's the same guy every day. Competitor, confident. No one needed to say anything to him. He was beating himself up more than anybody. But him having the ability to reset, refocus, move on to the next play. I thought that was really impressive by him down the stretch because, yeah, a lot of guys that could have got to him and that would have been the end of their game mentally. But him not letting it get to him was, I thought, a phenomenal example of next play mentality and being able to reset.
Was he the primary read on both your throws to him, or were you looking for him?
Yes. Against those looks, yes, he was the primary read. Yes.
Do you look at these last drives and the one Luke had at Maryland, the one you now just had?
Yeah.
Is it because you rep it so much? Is there something to why you guys are so proficient in that kind of a setting?
Yeah, I think for sure. I think, when you look back to camp, it's like every other day is
That's my quarterback.
all right, 4. Some type of 2-minute situation or situational football. Situational football is beat into us. That in those situations, and geez, I'm saying the word situation a lot. But I think that's also something I've been comfortable with from a young age. Like going back to high school, a lot of one-possession games. The MAC is a lot of one-possession games, and then coming to the Big Ten, it's a competitive conference, especially in the West. And we've already dealt with that a lot this year. Is a lot of one-possession games that could have gone either way. So I think our coaches knowing that that's what we're stepping into breeds what we practice. So the practice element definitely felt comfortable for me. I knew the plays that were going to be called and just had to go execute them.
Is that why, you came in, you were able to be calm on 4th and 10, backed up on the road? Like, was it because of the practice or the experience? Like, is there something you do in your day-to-day that allows you to be calm? And, that's a tough moment to walk into cold.
I think all the above. I think my family background, I think my upbringing, I think how we practice, I think the guys around me, how they operate. I think it's a perfect storm of just in those situations, you got to have someone in an offense, and 11 guys that are all on the same page, and that's what we were.
Knowing you're a day-to-day guy, game-to-game guy.
Yeah.
You probably won 12 of these games, but to have that game, how do you think you'll reflect that?
It was special. Just a special moment for me, my family. I'm excited to see my mom and call my grandfather, my uncle, and everybody. So it'll be really cool.
Anything else?